Chapter 2, Section 4. We're going to learn about solving equations now with variables on both sides of the equal sign. Let's take a look at what I mean. Let me give you an example. 3x plus 2 equals minus 2x minus 8. As we did before with our additive inverses and multiplicative inverses, we're going to do the same. But here's the trick. I want my variables, in this case my x, on one side of the equal sign, and I want my non-variables or my constants on the other side of the equal sign. Now if we take a look here, we have 3x and a minus 2x. These are my variables. My constants in this equation is plus 2 and a minus 8. What I'm going to do is, since I always look at the larger variable, wherever it is, and I try and move the other one over to it. Or I look at it this way, I want to try and make it I want to make it a positive, always staying positive in my variables. So if I take a look at this, I say, well, I've got a minus 2x here, and I want to bring it over. So if I have a minus 2x here, I'm going to do the additive inverse, a plus 2x. That might seem a little backwards because we always did multiplicative inverses with this, but I'm going to do an additive inverse here, and then I'm going to do whatever I plus on this side or whatever I do on this side, I have to do on this side, plus 2x. All right? Now, what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of this 2x on this side of the equal sign. But I also want to get rid of this 2 over here. I want to bring it over to this side. So I'm going to do another additive inverse. Well, I have a plus 2. My additive inverse is minus 2. Whatever I do on this side, I have to do on this side, minus 2. Now we can do the arithmetic on this. 3x plus 2x is 5x. Plus 2 minus 2 is 0. We can just leave that. We bring our equal sign down. Minus 2x plus 2x is 0. And a minus 8 minus 2 is a minus 10. Now, if you've taken a look what's happened, we took an equation of 3x plus 2 equals minus 2x minus 8, and we condensed this equation down to 5x equals minus 10. Now we can do our multiplicative inverse. We have a 5 over here. Our multiplicative inverse is 1/5. Whatever we do on one side, we do on the other. The 5s are going to cancel each other out, so we're just left with x, and we're left with negative 10 over 5. And from here, we can reduce this down to, remember, negative 10 divided by 5 is negative 2. Negative 2, x equals negative 2, is our answer to this kind of complex equation up here with two different variables. Let's see if we can do this again. Let's take a look at, let's say, this equation. 8b minus 7 equals 7b minus 2. This time my variables are b's. I got a b here and a b here. All right? So I'm going to try and get my b's together, and I'm going to try and get my constants together, or my variables together and my constants together. So let's see what we have to do. I got an 8b here and I got a 7b here, so I'm going to bring my 7b over here. So I'm going to subtract the 7b here, and I'll subtract the 7b here. All right. I'm going to bring, and if my b's are coming over to this side, then my constants have to go to the other side. So I'm going to bring my 7 over. I'm going to do a plus 7 here, and I'm going to do a plus 7 here. Now let's do the math. 8b minus 7b is 1b, or just b. Minus 7 plus 7 is 0. We'll leave that. We'll put our equal sign in. 7b minus a 7b is 0. We can leave that. Minus 2 plus 7 is a plus 5. We now know that b equals 5. We didn't have to do a multiplicative inverse for this because b has a 1 in front of it. We don't have to do anything with that. We've got our answer. I want to show you one more example. Now I'm going to tell you right up front that this equation does not have a solution. You're not going to find a solution for x in this equation. This is something that you can see in your practice problems and your assignment. So I want you to notice what happens here. This can happen. If we look at this equation, first thing we have to do is we have to multiply the 6 through the parentheses. So we multiply the 6 times the negative x, and we multiply the 6 times the 8. All right? Once we've done that, then we can do our additive inverse. So 6 times a negative x is a negative 6x. 6 times a plus 8 is a plus 48. This equals minus 6x plus 12. I want you to notice something with the variables here. We have the same coefficient and variable on both sides of the equal sign. When this happens, you're going to have no solution. Watch what happens here. We're going to move this 6x over. So in order to do that, we have to do the additive inverse. A plus 6x and a plus 6x. Without doing anything else with the equation, let's just figure this out. Minus 6x plus 6x is 0. Plus 48 equals minus 6x plus 6x is 0. Plus 12. Does 48 equal 12? No, this doesn't work. So this one actually has no solution.